Hi, you guys. Welcome to Facebook Live tonight. I'm Jennifer Roskamp, also known as The Intentional Mom, and I am here to do a broadcast called Refocus Live, and we are going to be doing this all week, this week, Monday through Friday, here at 9 p.m. Eastern. I apologize, I'm a little late tonight. I was having some technical difficulties getting onto Facebook, but I think we're all set now. So, I'm super pumped to be here with you guys tonight because, you know, we're in that phase of the summer where we're kind of in that weird transitional time from summer to back to school time. And so it's a great time for us as busy women and moms to kind of get on track with getting our minds out of summer mode and into the mode where we're going to be able to handle the craziness that the school year tends to bring. Even if we're not moms, you know, the things that happen during summer's just more lazy and laid back. And so that's why I wanted to do this broadcast here every night this week. I used to live broadcast every day, sometimes up to like 4 times a day, and I totally miss it. So I'm so excited to be here with you guys doing this today. So we are doing Refocus Live here. This is something that you signed up for, but even if you didn't sign up, no worries, you can stick around. There's a cool workbook that I sent out to go along with this so that you guys can take notes and answer questions. If you didn't get that workbook because you didn't sign up, no worries. You can text Refocus Live, right? okay, I'm going to spell REFOCUSLIVE to 44222, and you can sign up for a workbook there. So even if you don't have a workbook, please stick around and you can download the workbook and follow along, okay? All right, so here's the deal, Refocus Live. So this is where we're going to be talking about really trying to get to really focus in on a few things that we can do to try to get our focus in the right place and to do exactly what I'm talking about, which is basically refocus your life, okay? It's time, here's the thing, it's time for you to focus on you and getting your things in order, so that you can hit the ground running. Because so often I think when the end of summer rolls around, like, it catches me by surprise every year. And so that's why I'm super excited about doing this. And I'm broadcasting to you from in my car because not only do I have all of the crazy busy coming with the back to school season, but I also am selling my house. So I have painters in my house right now, so I can't broadcast from my house. So here I am out in my car, but no worries, we're still going to get through it. So so we're going to be meeting here every week at 9, and even if you can't make it live at 9, don't worry. If you signed up for the workbook, I'm going to be sending out a replay link for the broadcast here every day in the morning. So like tomorrow morning, you'll get an email, a real quick email with a link to where to go to watch this video outside of Facebook, and that way you can watch it there. So even if you're not going to be able to be here every night this week live at 9, just catch the replay. It'll be fine. But here's the deal. I printed off this cool workbook for you, right? All right, I created this workbook. Let me see. Can I get it to you? Okay, mine's not in color, but yours might be. I have a laser printer, right? Laser printer. So mine doesn't print in color, but you should have a color one, hopefully. And even if you don't, this is fine. But here's the deal. You're going to want to fill out this workbook and follow along with us, because at the end of the week, whoever sends me completed workbooks, because I want you guys to get this done. I'm not just here to talk, like, for no reason. I'm here to help you guys get this done. And so I want you to fill out this workbook. That's why I created it. And so that is why at the end of the week, if you send me a picture of your completed workbook, you'll get entered into a drawing to win a copy of my new digital book and workbook combination that hasn't even been released yet, where we're going to be talking about some of this stuff. Some of what we're talking about is covered in there. Or I should say, what we're going to be talking about is covered in there along with some other stuff. So you'll be entered into a drawing to do that. So it's not hard. This workbook isn't hard. Just do it and follow along and you'll be fine. And again, if you didn't get that workbook yet, you can text Refocus Live to 44222 to get one. Okay. So for now, you just worry about doing the work, and I'll give you more details about the drawing at the end of the week. Just do the work for now and you'll be good to go. Okay. So here's the thing. What makes what we're talking about here different from anything else you've done before? Well, so I should say, when you've tried to make positive changes in your life, or get things organized, or get things together, or kind of get your head in the right place, what makes what we're going to do here different from any other time that you've tried this? And I can say pretty much with certainty, the reason why this will be different this time, if you guys put forth the work, the reason this will be different is because you're starting in the right place. Oftentimes I think when we embark or get started on whether it's a new schedule, or we're implementing a different way of setting goals, or we're working with a new planner, or we're starting a new school year, and we're all fresh and we're all excited. And what happens is if we haven't started with where we're starting tonight, if you haven't started there before, you're kind of handicapping yourself because you're not starting in the right place. And so today with step 1, we're starting in the right place. Hi, Tanya. Tanya's here watching live. If you are here watching live, feel free to say hi in the comments. Okay. So what we're talking about, step 1, is so important, but it's something that so often we skip right over and we jump right into the new thing that we're learning and trying to do. And so it makes it nearly impossible to complete that. So step 1 is super duper important. And I'm guessing it's something that you haven't done before. And that's why we're starting there. Okay. So, and it's not just you either, I'm not saying you have never done this before. I'm saying I didn't figure this out for a long time either. And so many other people, and I know this because I talk to busy women and moms all the time. I know this is a common thing that is missing. And so we're going to start with step 1 today, which is going to tell you, it's going to help you get started on the right foot so that you can start clean. Because I think unless we do this, we're never really starting with a fresh start, even though we think we do. Okay, so what am I talking about? We're talking about fixing what was wrong in the past gets in the way of changing the future and helping us do things different. So it's kind of like we have to reconcile with the past before we can change our future. And that kind of makes sense if you think about it, right? Okay. So what do I want you to do? All right. So here's a question for you, and I hope you're following along in your workbook, okay? And if you don't have a workbook, again, you can text Refocus Live to 44222 to get this workbook. All right, so the first question in there, that's what we're talking about right now. What gets in the way of making positive changes in your life before? Here's question 1, so write this down, okay? What has gotten in the way? You have gotten in the way. And I'm not just saying you, again, it's me, and it's your friend has gotten in her own way, and your sister has gotten in her own way in all of this. But you have gotten in your own way of making a positive change in your life. So what do I mean by that? I mean that when you have tried to make positive changes in your life before, and you've failed in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you did great for a while, but then you ended up falling off the wagon. And the thing is that old ways and patterns of doing things, they die hard. And so even though you might be making positive changes and be making really good strides in moving forward, at some point, so many of us fall victim to going back to our old ways of doing things. Old habits die hard. And so if you haven't let go of the failures that you've experienced before, so let me give you an example. Let's say that you want to lose 10 pounds and you've tried this, countless times. So many of us have, right? Myself included. So what happens is a lot of times these things don't work, or maybe we lose a few pounds and then we get bored with it, or it's not coming off as fast as we thought. And so we just kind of give up and we move on, and we know that we'll try it again sometime, and so that is a time where we've tried to make a positive change. And that's just an example, but that would be a time where you have tried to make a positive change and you've fallen short. And so you have gotten in your way of trying to make a positive change before. And so today we're going to address those failures in the past so that you can let go of those, truly let go of those, because you need to let go of those before you can do it differently. Okay. So I've done this. Everybody has probably done this before. So page 2 in your workbook, okay? Page 2 in your workbook, I give you space to write down any times that you've tried to make a positive change. It could be a new goal that you've tried to do, a new schedule that you're trying to implement. Like I said, a diet that you're trying to do, exercise program, something like not yelling at your kids as much anymore. It could be a whole host of things, but I gave you space on page 2 where I want you to write those things down. I want you to write down where you've tried to do things differently and you have fallen short in the past. Okay. So you're going to fill that sheet up. Anything that comes to mind, I want you to write it down. I want you to write down, for instance, tried to lose 20 pounds. Tried this new diet plan, tried to declutter my house, tried to declutter my bedroom, tried to complete a class, try to read this book and couldn't get through it. Whatever it is, whatever positive change you've tried to make that comes to mind that you have failed at, I want you to write that down. And then I wrote that on a separate page because I want you to take that piece of paper. This is your assignment for today. I want you to write those things down, and then I want you to take that piece of paper and I want you to rip it up. I want you to rip it up into as many pieces as you need to kind of let go. It signifies you letting that go and turning the page and starting fresh and clean for real. But it is amazing. If you've never actually, you might think I'm kind of crazy to tell you to rip the paper up. Like, why do I have to do that? But I'm telling you, there is something so exhilarating about doing that if you haven't just try it. I'm serious. Just the act of ripping that paper up really makes you feel like you are letting that go. And like Mandy says, organize my room. That's her thing that she's tried to do. And we try to do it, and we try to do it, and we try to do it, and we just can't ever seem to get it done. So write that down, and write down those kinds of things that come to mind, and rip that up. You can even, if you have a fire pit, I have a fire pit. You can even burn that piece of paper. Just let that go, girlfriend. Seriously. Just burn that up and rip it up, because once you do that, you will feel so much better. And you will be ready to move forward with step 2, which is where we're going tomorrow. So write these things down and get rid of that paper. I don't care how you get rid of it. Just get rid of it. And it's kind of like a way of like shedding that old skin, right? Because we just need to do that. And shed that old skin, and then we'll be ready to move on with step 2 tomorrow. Step 2 tomorrow is going to be a deep dive. You guys, this is kind of the easiest step of all 5 steps that we're taking. I'm just going to warn you. Tomorrow, you're going to have a lot more. I don't know if you've looked through your workbook, but you're going to have a lot more stuff to fill in tomorrow, because we're really you need to show up here and be ready to work. This is an important day. Don't let me make you think that today's not important, because I think it's the most important step. Because like I said, if you're missing this, it's really hard to make positive changes and do the things that you're trying to do differently, because we keep that little voice in our head, like tells us, you've screwed this up before. What makes you think today's going to be different? You've tried this before and it hasn't worked. So I guess I'm not surprised that it's not working today. Because here's the thing. If you do this, if you actually follow this through and write that down on page 2 and rip that up, burn that up, whatever you do, like, you can't listen to that voice anymore. That no longer holds true for you, because you have let that go. When that voice creeps in and tells you, when we're going to be talking about setting goals is one of the things we're going to be talking about, for instance, when we talk about that, like, you are not going to be able to listen to that voice, and you're going to be able to say to that voice, yeah, no, that's not going to work here anymore, because I'm done with that, and this is what I'm doing now, and you're going to be able to be this strong person. When you let go of those types of things, when you let go of those failures, you're going to become so much stronger. Not only is it exhilarating to rip up that piece of paper, but it makes you feel like lighter, and you're like somehow stronger. It's just amazing. You really have to try it. And if you try it, when you try it, I should say, you can go ahead and email me and let me know. Just write done. Just send me an email, jenniferroskamp@theintentionalmom.com, and just tell me I did it. Tell me done. Tell me that was awesome. I don't care what you tell me about it. I would love to hear how it went for you. Or you can tell me tomorrow night when we show up too, and just say, I did it and that was awesome. Whatever. I would love to hear that from you, okay? Because it's going to build you up to a point where you're ready to actually get in there and get it done, which is what we all need to do, especially this time of year, okay? All right, so here's your assignment, all right? Fill out your workbook. It was pretty easy for today. Write that down on page 2, rip it up, shred it, burn it, do whatever you need to do, and then show up tomorrow here at 9:00 p.m. Eastern again, and we're going to dive into step 2. Make sure you have your workbook, and if you didn't get one yet, 44222, you can text Refocus Live to that number, and you can get your own workbook. Fill out your workbook, and remember, I'll give you more details as we get nearer to the end of the week, but if you send me a picture of your completed workbook, you can get a free copy. You'll be entered into a drawing for a free copy of my book that I'm releasing soon that takes into account all this kind of stuff and some different stuff too. So I want you guys to do it. That's why I want you to fill out the workbook. That's why I created it for you, okay? So those are your assignments. Fill out the workbook. fill out that second page, rip it up, burn it up, be ready to go here tomorrow at 9 p.m. again, and look for the email tomorrow. I'm going to send out an email tomorrow morning with a link to go watch this broadcast again in case you missed it all, and it won't be on Facebook, so it'll be a little bit easier maybe. And if you know people who would benefit from this and aren't on Facebook, you can share that link with them as well so that they can watch it if they want. And invite your friends to come here on Facebook, and we'll, for this week, every night 9 p.m. we'll be here. I've missed live broadcasting, so I'm kind of excited about all this, and I'm excited to get my own mind in the right place, because I tell you right now, it feels like my mind is going in 1,000 different directions. So we're gonna streamline and focus that this week. All right. Okay. All right, you guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye.